chosen ones, your sleep is changing for a spiritual reason. And you need to understand this now. Your sleep is changing, and there is a powerful spiritual reason behind it. Do not ignore the signs. The insomnia that arises out of nowhere, the dreams so intense that they feel like another reality, and that persistent fatigue that no amount of rest can cure. This is not just stress or physical exhaustion. It is a warning from your soul, a clear symptom that you are in a process of awakening. For the chosen ones, sleep ceases to be a simple act of rest. It transforms into a field of spiritual work. While your body tries to rest, your soul is more active than ever, being recalibrated, purified, and prepared for a new phase. This intense internal activity is what disrupts your natural rhythm, making nights restless and days exhausting. You may feel your mind racing when you try to sleep, or be pulled into a deep, sudden sleep during the day. Both are signs of the same process. Your energy is being adjusted to a higher frequency, and this requires your spirit to work in other dimensions. Each awakening in the middle of the night or symbolic dream is a piece of this profound transformation. Understand that this change is not a problem, but a necessary part of your journey. Your body and soul are realigning, and sleep has become the portal for this adjustment. It is in this state that you access information, release old blocks, and strengthen your energetic structure for what is to come. The fatigue you feel is proof of this intense work. I am George. If you are experiencing these changes, this channel is for you. Follow along to understand each step of your awakening. Insomnia, intense dreams, and constant fatigue may be alerts from your soul. Your sleep is changing, and there is a powerful spiritual reason behind it. Do not ignore the signs. The insomnia that arises out of nowhere, the dreams so intense that they feel like another reality, and that persistent fatigue that no amount of rest can cure. This is not just stress or physical exhaustion. It is a warning from your soul, a clear symptom that you are in a process of awakening. For the chosen ones, sleep ceases to be a simple act of rest. It transforms into a field of spiritual work. While your body tries to rest, your soul is more active than ever, being recalibrated, purified, and prepared for a new phase. This intense internal activity is what disrupts your natural rhythm, making nights restless and days exhausting. You may feel your mind racing when you try to sleep, or be pulled into a deep, sudden sleep during the day. Both are signs of the same process. Your energy is being adjusted to a higher frequency, and this requires your spirit to work in other dimensions. Each awakening in the middle of the night or symbolic dream is a piece of this profound transformation. Understand that this change is not a problem, but a necessary part of your journey. Your body and soul are realigning, and sleep has become the portal for this adjustment. It is in this state that you access information, release old blocks, and strengthen your energetic structure for what is to come. The fatigue you feel is proof of this intense work. I am George. If you are experiencing these changes, this channel is for you. Follow along to understand each step of your awakening. The insomnia you feel is one of the first and most direct communications from your soul. The body, exhausted by the routine of the day, longs for rest, but something prevents you from surrendering. Your mind races in a continuous flow of thoughts, memories, and even ideas that seem to come out of nowhere. It's a frustrating feeling, almost an internal short circuit. This state of alertness is not a defect. On the contrary, it is a sign that your spiritual sensitivity is expanding. You are picking up more information from the environment and the energy field around you than usual. Your consciousness is opening up, and the brain, trying to process this new volume of data, simply cannot find the off switch. Think of it as a radio being tuned to a new station. At first, there is noise, static, and fragments of other frequencies. This is exactly what is happening with your energy. It is being elevated, and during the night, when the world is quiet, this tuning process intensifies, keeping your nervous system active and your body in a state of forced wakefulness. Often, this insomnia is accompanied by a surprising mental clarity. In the middle of the night, you may have powerful insights about problems that were troubling you, or a sudden understanding of your own feelings. It's your intuition taking advantage of the quiet to manifest itself. The soul uses these hours to deliver messages to you without the interference of daily distractions. This experience also serves as a training. It forces you to confront what's on your mind without having anywhere to escape. In the silence of the night, you are invited to observe your thoughts without judgment, to understand your deepest fears, and to find a calm that does not depend on external factors. It is an exercise in mastery over your own mind. Do not fight against these nights. Resisting only creates more anxiety and tension, worsening the situation. Instead, shift your perspective. Get up, drink a glass of water, read a few pages of an inspiring book, or simply sit in silence. Embrace this moment as a sacred space for communication with your deepest self. Understand that this internal reorganization consumes an immense amount of energy. That's why, even without sleeping, you may feel strangely productive on a subtle level. Something is being built, healed, and aligned within you. Physical fatigue is the side effect of this invisible, yet vital work for your spiritual evolution. This phase of insomnia will not last forever. It is a period of intense adjustment that will diminish as your energy system stabilizes to the new frequency. The soul is only making space, clearing what no longer serves, and installing new codes of light. Insomnia is the sound of the work happening in your inner temple. During the day, help your body. Drink plenty of water. Seek to connect with nature, even if only for a few minutes, and avoid excess stimulants. Be gentle with yourself, recognizing that you are undergoing a profound transformation that requires patience and self-care. Your physical body needs support to keep up with the accelerated rhythm of your soul. When you lie down, instead of asking to sleep, say a prayer or make a statement of trust. Ask for your rest to be deep and for the spiritual work that needs to be done to happen as smoothly as possible. Surrender the night into the hands of the divine, trusting that you are being cared for and guided at every step of this process. When insomnia gives way to sleep, you dive into a world that feels more real and vibrant than ever. Dreams cease to be forgotten, blurbs by morning, and transform into cinematic experiences. The colors are sharper, the emotions are felt with overwhelming force, and the details stay with you throughout the day, like the memory of a real event. In these dreams, your soul takes command. The body finally rests, allowing your spirit to travel to other dimensions of consciousness. That's why the scenarios are so varied and, at times, strange. You may find yourself in unknown landscapes, futuristic cities, ancient temples, or even in spaces that seem to belong to no world, composed only of light and geometry. Unexpected characters also emerge in these nightly journeys. People you haven't seen in years, or even figures you've never met, appear to deliver a message, an object, or simply to share a moment of significant silence. Pay attention to these encounters. They are not random. They are representations of parts of yourself or spiritual guides communicating symbolically. Symbolism, by the way, becomes the main language of your soul. Animals, numbers, colors, and recurring objects appear as keys to your unconscious. A bird may represent the freedom your soul seeks, while a key may indicate a new solution or opportunity. These symbols, are the way your spirit finds to translate complex information from other planes to your conscious mind. Many of these intense dreams serve as a purification process. You may dream that you are cleaning a house, swimming in muddy waters that later become crystal clear, or getting rid of old objects. This is a literal representation of the energetic cleaning that is occurring. Your soul is processing and releasing old traumas, fears, and limiting patterns that you carry, at times, for lifetimes. Another important layer is accessing memories that do not belong to your current life. You may have vivid dreams set in past eras, with a strong feeling of familiarity, as if you are reliving an experience. These are glimpses of past lives, appearing so that you can heal an old wound, or reclaim a knowledge or talent that once belonged to you. These nighttime experiences can be emotionally draining. You may wake up feeling a deep joy, an inexplicable sadness, or even intense anger. The emotions experienced in the dream spill over into your physical body. Allow yourself to feel all of this without judgment. It's part of the release. You are healing on a much deeper level than the conscious mind usually reaches. It is crucial that you begin to record these dreams. Keep a notebook by your bed, and, as soon as you wake up, write down everything you can remember, even fragments that seem to make no sense. Note the images, the emotions, the words, and the symbols. Over time, you will start to see patterns and decipher the unique language your soul uses to communicate with you. This phase of vivid dreams is a gift from your awakening. You are receiving direct access to a vast repository of wisdom that exists within you. Your unconscious and your higher self are in direct communication, offering guidance, healing, and insights for your journey. Dreams become your map, your compass, and your most trustworthy advisor. Trust what you see and feel in this dream universe. Do not dismiss your experiences as just a dream. Reality is much broader than what we perceive while awake. Your soul is using the portal of sleep to show you the way, to heal you, and to remind you of the vastness and power you truly possess. There is a moment in the deep stillness of the night, usually between 3 and 4 in the morning, when you may wake up suddenly and inexplicably. It's not a noise that wakes you up, nor the need to go to the bathroom. It is an abrupt awakening, as if someone had shaken you internally. Your heart may be racing, your mind in high alert. This hour is not a coincidence. In many spiritual traditions, this period is known as the soul hour, or the time when the veil between the physical world and the spiritual planes is thinnest. It is a point of cosmic silence, where the interferences of the material world diminish, making communication with the divine and our deepest self much clearer and more direct. Upon waking at this hour, you may be flooded by a wave of intense emotion. Sometimes it is a restlessness or an unnamed fear, a feeling of vulnerability. This happens because your soul may be returning from intense spiritual work, such as an energetic battle or the cleansing of very dense energies. You wake up with the residue of this activity, feeling the spiritual adrenaline in your physical body. On the other hand, the sensation may be one of immense and inexplicable peace, a clarity and a feeling of love so profound that they seem to fill the entire environment. In these cases, you were likely in a state of communion, receiving downloads of energy, information, or simply being nourished on higher planes. You wake up in the middle of this process, feeling the echo of that divine connection. It is essential that, upon waking this way, you do not panic or become irritated by the interruption of your sleep. The first reaction is crucial. Take a deep breath and try to identify what you are feeling. Do not try to rationalize or find a logical cause. Just observe the pure sensation. Is it fear? Is it peace? Is it an urgency? Your body is giving you a clue about what your soul was doing. Often, the message is simple. Calm down and listen. In this sacred silence, you may receive an idea, the solution to a problem, or a clear direction on what to do next. The information arrives as a sudden thought, a certainty that springs from the depths of your being. These are pure insights, delivered to you without the filter of the ego or the rational mind. This phenomenon can also be an invitation to prayer or meditation. Your soul wakes you up because it knows that, at that moment, your connection is more powerful. Take advantage of this window of opportunity to converse with God, your guides, or your own divine essence. Ask for clarity, protection, and guidance. The answer may not come in words, but in a feeling of comfort and security. These awakenings are also a form of adjustment of your energetic body. While you sleep, your vibrational frequency is being elevated. The sudden awakening may be a peak in this process, a moment when a great flow of energy is integrated into your system. The physical body reacts to this surge of light, which is why you wake up feeling the effects so intensely. Do not be surprised if, during these moments, your perception of the environment changes. You may sense presences in the room, see subtle lights, or hear buzzing. Do not fear. Your sensitivity is heightened, and you are merely perceiving the other layers of reality that have always been there. You are safe. Ask that only the presences of light and love remain with you. Embrace these awakenings as a gift, even if they seem uncomfortable. They are an unmistakable sign that you are deeply connected and engaged in your ascension process. Your soul is active, working, learning, and evolving while you sleep. And it wakes you up so that your conscious part can witness and actively participate in this incredible journey of transformation. Besides insomnia and vivid dreams, there is another symptom that may seem contradictory: a sudden and irresistible urge to sleep, even at unexpected hours. This is not the common drowsiness we feel at the end of an exhausting day. It is a heavy, almost magnetic force that pulls your body into rest, as if an internal switch is being forcibly turned off. This need to shut down is neither laziness nor escape. It is an urgent call from your soul. In moments of great energetic flow on the planet, or when you are about to undergo a quantum leap in your own consciousness, your spirit needs to disconnect from the physical plane. The chaos, noise, and demands of the outside world can interfere with delicate energetic adjustments that need to be made. Think of it like a computer that needs to restart to install critical updates. You may be in the middle of a task, but the system notifies you that a restart is necessary for new functions to be integrated. Similarly, your soul turns you off from the conscious world so that it can perform downloads of information, energy calibrations, and deep healing without your mental interference. This heavy and sudden sleep is profoundly restorative, but in a different way than normal nighttime sleep. It acts directly on your energetic structure. During these forced naps, you are being re-energized at a cellular and spiritual level. Your soul is connecting you to sources of pure energy to recharge your batteries and strengthen you for the challenges and blessings to come. Often, this urge to sleep arises after an emotionally draining interaction, or when you have been in environments with very dense energy. Your system, now more sensitive, recognizes that it has absorbed something that is not yours, and requests an emergency shutdown to process, cleanse, and expel these strange energies before they settle into your field. Therefore, when your body is irresistibly pulled into sleep, do not blame yourself for being unproductive. You are being immensely productive on a level that most people do not even conceive. Your soul is taking care of you, ensuring that you have the strength, clarity, and energetic integrity necessary to continue moving forward on your path as an awakened being of light. There is a type of exhaustion that sleep does not touch, a fatigue that settles in the bones and the soul. You sleep for 8, 9, even 10 hours, but you wake up feeling like you ran a marathon or fought a battle during the night. Your body remained in bed, motionless, but something inside of you is exhausted. This is one of the clearest signs that your nighttime spiritual work has reached a new level of intensity. For those who are awakening, sleep is rarely a period of inactivity. While your conscious mind shuts down, your soul, or your light body, goes into full operation. You are not just dreaming, you are actively working in other dimensions. This work can take many forms, and all of them consume an immense amount of subtle energy, which manifests as physical fatigue upon waking. Often you act as a light worker in the astral plane. Your consciousness travels to low-vibration places, helping to transmute dense energies or guiding lost souls that couldn't make the transition. It's a work of love and service, but it is demanding. You wake up feeling the weight of this task, even without having the conscious memory of it, just a residual feeling of effort and melancholy. If you wake up with this feeling, be gentle with yourself. Do not force yourself to get out of bed and start the day at full speed. Allow yourself a few minutes of stillness, breathing deeply, and asking for your physical body to align with the work that has been done. Visualize a golden light filling each cell, restoring your vitality. Honor the fact that, even in rest, you have been serving a greater purpose. This type of fatigue is a sign for you to take better care of your physical vehicle. Your body needs more nutrients, more water, and more contact with nature to sustain this intense spiritual activity. Eat cleaner, avoid toxins, and seek grounding moments, such as walking barefoot on the earth or grass. This helps discharge excess energy and replenish your life force. Understand that this exhaustion is temporary. It is a phase of transition and acceleration in your development. As your physical body acclimates to the new frequencies in nighttime work, it will become more resilient. Fatigue will give way to a new vitality, an energy that does not come from food or rest, but from your direct connection to the source. Trust the process. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. Your body has always had a rhythm, an internal clock that dictated when to feel sleepy and when to awaken. But now, this clock seems to have been deregulated without warning. Where there was once a predictable pattern, there now reigns uncertainty. You may find yourself full of energy at 11 o'clock at night, a time when you used to fall asleep, and feel a natural urge to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning, long before the alarm goes off. This change is not random. It is a deep recalibration. Your body is no longer tuned only to the solar cycle of day and night. It is beginning to respond to other cycles, subtler and energetic. The cycles of the moon, planetary transits, and primarily the rhythm of your own soul, which operates at a much higher frequency. Your biological clock is becoming a cosmic clock. This new tuning can be uncomfortable at first. Society operates on a fixed schedule, and your body seems to want to operate on another. This can create friction between your internal needs and external demands. However, it is an invitation for you to listen to your body in a way you never have before. Instead of fighting against the new pattern, observe it with curiosity. What is this change telling you? Perhaps the silence of the early morning hours is now your most creative and spiritually connected time. Or maybe the extra energy at the end of the night is an invitation for meditation, reading, or simply being in silence, absorbing the energies of the day. Your soul is carving out new spaces of time for your growth. It is a transitional phase. Just like an instrument that is being tuned, there is dissonance at first, but over time, a new harmony is found. Your body and soul are seeking a new balance point. By honoring these new impulses instead of resisting them, you accelerate the adjustment process. Trust that your system knows exactly what it is doing, guiding you to a rhythm of life more aligned with your true essence. By observing these signs, from inexplicable insomnia to intense dreams, from persistent fatigue to a complete alteration of your biological clock, it becomes clear that you are not losing control. On the contrary, you are being invited to a deeper level of connection with yourself. Each symptom is a step on the ladder of your own evolution, a message that your soul is awakening to a new reality. These experiences, though sometimes uncomfortable and confusing, are proof of your growth. They are the sound of your energy readjusting, of your spirit expanding, and of your consciousness opening to the vastness of what you truly are. Embrace each phase with patience and love, understanding that it is all part of a sacred reorganization, guided by a wisdom that goes far beyond the mind. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, I would love to know, which of these signs resonated with you the most on your journey? Leave a comment sharing your experience.